going on, guys? Welcome back to Trout Fish Aquatics. Today I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of a fish room update, what's going on, what current plans are, and status of all the tanks pretty much. So the first thing I want to start off with is we did have a loss in the fish room, and that would be my wife's mustard gas beta. So if you watch the video of giving the betas a new home, I had a male and a female beta in here. Everything was going great. These guys were in here for about 2 weeks, and then one day I came in and the male beta was down here in the corner, dead. And I wasn't really sure what had happened, but what turns out is the heater had failed, the water in the tank had cooled, and he went into shock and died. Luckily I was able to get a new heater. The female was okay, so I'm just leaving her going here for now. But with a death also comes some birth. If you guys watched that video, you saw me take everything out of this tank and all the plants and driftwood out of that tank and put it all in here to make this little scape. In doing so, I took the cherry barbs I had in here and put them in that 10-gallon over there. So I came over to feed the female beta here the other day, and I saw something swimming around in the back, and I was like, what is that? So I don't know if we're going to be able to see it or not, but if we can even find it. There he is back there. He's hiding, but at least you guys saw him. I do have a baby female cherry barb in this 10-gallon tank. I don't know how the egg got fertilized and made it, but the baby was in this tank for about a month, and I didn't know. And it's about a little over a quarter of an inch long, and it is now back in this 10-gallon with the parents and not having any issues. They're not chasing the baby around at all, so I'm just going to leave him in there and let him grow out. So I haven't had any other loss or any other fish that I've gotten recently except my red devil. This is Sherbert, and he's still a little shy, but as soon as I bring food out, he'll come right back out. Like if I put my hand up here on top of the tank and open the lid up, you can see he's really attentive. He's very active. We're starting to work on getting him to feed. I'm almost got him feeding out of my hand, although I'm not sure how long I want to do that for. Considering they have teeth, I really don't want to get bit. But overall, he's turning out to be really cool. All these tanks are running good. All the fish are happy and healthy. Goldfish are happy. Yeah, so everything's doing good in here. Now, updates on the fish room to future plans. So I told you guys in one of my last videos on my updates, my future plans were to build this stand here, and then I was going to build a 20-gallon stand like that one there, put it here, and that was going to be it. Well, that was the plan until I got this. So I don't know if you guys can see it behind me, but this is a 150-gallon aquarium that I got for free. I brought it home today. It is very heavy. It is one of the old styles. There is no cross brace on the top. See if I can move these lids over. So there's this, and this is the cross brace system to hold these lids up that came with it. That comes off, so there is no cross bracing on this tank at all, except for that, and that just supports the lids. The glass on this tank, see if I can get down here and show you guys. It's almost as wide as my thumb. This glass is 5/8 of an inch thick, super thick glass, which if you guys know anything about old tanks, that makes this tank weigh about 350 pounds. So it's really something. So it definitely needs a reseal. The guy told me that it leaks, and right here in this corner there is no silicone at all. So I definitely have to get this thing resealed. But aside from that, I can't wait to get this tank resealed, and then I can get it back in my fish room. I also have this 36-gallon bow front that I still have to do, and this 55-gallon I still have to do. So I got lots of tank projects going on. There's an old filter, Magnum 350. Okay, so you're probably thinking, where are you going to put a 150-gallon in this room? Because I've pretty much got every wall covered, you know, except right here where the door is, and this little spot right here. So I had to sit here for about an hour and a half the other day and think about this as to what I'm going to do. So you saw that 55 gallon in the kitchen, or not the kitchen, in the garage. I'm going to leave that one there for right now. I'm going to take the 55 gallon I have in the kitchen that I shot the Blackbeard algae video on, and I'm going to take that tank and move it in here for this right here. That way I got room for the Christmas tree, and I don't have to worry about that other 55 gallon until springtime. So that's going to go there. This stand, the 6 foot stand with the 75 gallon, 29 gallon, 20 long, and 10, I'm going to be remodeling this stand or just building a completely new one. I'm still not sure yet. I'm probably going to build a new one because that new tank, in order to get it the same height as this one, I have to lower this board all the way down to here because of how tall that tank is. Also, that tank is 18 inches wide where this one is only 13, so I'm going to have to extend this out. I'm probably just going to end up building a new stand. But what's going to happen is the 150 is going to go on the bottom, and this 75 long is going to go on top, which I think that's going to look really cool, but that means I have to find a home for all 3 of these tanks, which lied the problem. I don't want to take them down. What do I do with them? So it took me a while. I was thinking about it, and what I came up with is I am going to take this 20 gallon and slide it all the way over to the very edge of this stand. I'm going to take that 5 gallon and I'm going to move it, and I'm going to put this 29 gallon right here where this 5.5 is. I measured that. It's going to come right out to the edge of the stand on this side. It's going to fit perfectly. So that takes care of the 29 gallon, but also displaces that 5.5. So I still have 3 tanks that I need a home for. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a stand here. It's going to be 33 inches wide, which is going to bump right up against this stand, and it's going to come right out to about here. And that is going to have 3 tanks on it. It's going to have this 20 long with the axolotl. I'm going to get another 20 long and put the other 20 long on the bottom. This one's going to be in the middle, and then this 10 gallon is going to go on top. Overall, it's going to be about this high. I got about 9-10 inches between the ceiling and the 10 gallon. So that's the plan for that. So that rehomes 2 of these tanks. I still have the 5.5 gallon. So that kind of led me to the point of, okay, now I've utilized this space. This whole thing is redone. I got that 5.5 gallon for the beta. What am I going to do with it? Now I thought about putting it back out on my chimney, which is where it originally was, and just putting the 5 gallons up there. And then I got to thinking, and I was like, hey, you know what? I got this little space right here. I wonder if it'll fit. And sure enough, it does. It clears by 2 inches, building a stand for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that 5.5 gallon, that 5.5 gallon, that 5.5 gallon, and that 5.5 gallon, and I'm going to build a stand to put all 4 of them right here. That way I can actually use them. I'll put the beta up on top, and I'll use the lower 3 tanks as breeding tanks like I originally intended them to be used for. Hey you! You in with Daddy's fish tanks? So those are the plans. I acquired 1 tank, and now I have to rebuild. Relax. And now I have to rebuild 1 stand, and I have to build 2 whole other stands just to get my fish room back in order, get things running, and keep the videos coming, keep things flowing, and just enjoy my fish. So for right now, I think that's all I've got for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.